In your mission statement, you say you plan to equip youth with the tools to fight obesity and promote a healthy life. Why did you choose that to be your focus?
I think that our nation is in a real crisis right now. I don't know if you know this, but actually 17% of our kids aged 2 to 19 are now technically obese. That's 12.5 million children, and that's a lot of kids that are growing up in unhealthy bodies and unhealthy environments. So I would really like to see that number drastically change.
Have you or anyone you know had a battle against obesity?
Me, not personally, no. But I have worked with clients who have actually had a very difficult time with obesity, and it's an issue that has a lot of illnesses related to it, like diabetes and high blood pressure and cancer and infertility. And so it is one of those things that we really need to be serious about and take a good look at. Healthy Hands Cooking is an after-school program for children ages 9 to 13. It's a 4-week course where they will go through and actually learn the basics of healthy cooking and nutrition. So it's very interactive in style, and it can be held in a church, at a school, in a gym, really any type of, even in a home, so really any type of environment.
Really fun. It teaches you how to cook and healthy ways to cook. Hands-on, you learn a lot of new nutrition tips and things like that.
A fun cooking class where you have to learn how to cook in healthy ways.
What inspired you to start Healthy Hands?
It was the fact that I realized my own daughter wasn't able to do the things in the kitchen that I was able to do at her age. And I realized that my life was too busy. I wasn't slowing down enough to really show her how to peel potatoes or how to grate a carrot and how to boil an egg. So I realized that she was missing some basic kitchen skills. I want to set them up for a lifetime of wellness. I want them to feel comfortable around the kitchen. I want them to know what healthy choices are and what healthy substitutions in the kitchen are, so that they feel empowered to make the right choices for themselves and their families as they grow older.
With the strategy for Healthy Hands set in place, the trick of it all is to simply get your feet off the ground.
How did you start Healthy Hands Cooking?
I actually started a year ago in my home. I realized my daughter Mackenzie was 11 at the time, and she just didn't really know a lot about the kitchen, and that was my fault. I just did not take the time to show her how to do simple things around the kitchen, whether it was to crack an egg or to, peel some potatoes or to just measure properly. And so I asked her one day, I said, Kenzie, would you like to learn how to cook? And she said, yeah, I'd love to. And I said, okay, Tuesday night is our free night, so I would like you to go ahead and invite 2, 3, or 4 friends over, and we're going to cook every Tuesday night. And she said, okay, and that's how it all started. It started to develop more into a program than really just getting together randomly, because what I was finding is that the girls were really excited about building on things that they had already learned. What I did was put together a plan of action. And so what I did was write a program that lasted 4 weeks long, 2 hours for each week. And then I started to incorporate some activities, some fun things that we could do together in terms of nutrition education. So the first 30 minutes of each class was developed to do nutrition education activities and fun things that could really help them learn how to move around in the kitchen. And then it turned into a 90-minute cooking and cleanup session. So for the next 90 minutes, we were able to get our hands dirty and start making some fun foods. Yeah, I think it's just been a passion since I was a little girl myself. I was raised in an environment where my mom cooked every night. And I think that our society has changed so much from the time I was young. How many parents eat out every night, and we're all on the run, and we're all busy, and we're eating a lot of packaged foods and processed foods and things that are convenient to us without really putting a lot of thought of where that food is coming from. And this is just something that's an extension of me. Healthy Hands Cooking is nothing more than an extension of my experience and my passions, really. And it's about getting back to nature. It's about eating whole foods. It's about teaching our kids some skills that they're going to need when they grow older and hopefully pass down to my grandchildren someday, because I don't want my grandchildren eating out of a can of ravioli. Do you know what I mean? I want to make sure that future generations are healthy, or as healthy as they can be.
Now that Jan has a lot on her plate, there are a number of reliable partners for her to be able to reach out to for support.
Brown Box Veggies is a great partnering company because they offer fresh produce that's locally grown. And that's what our program is all about.
I'm co-owner of a business called Brown Box Veggies. This started by having a food co-op at my house. It's a produce co-op, and it was a great way for me to purchase fresh fruits and vegetables at a discount, really, sort of, and to buy if you buy it in bulk. I mean, if you buy 500 apples at a time and split it up, it's a lot less expensive than buying 5 apples at the grocery store. So I had a neighborhood food co-op for a long time at my house, and just kind of turned it into a business because it grew out of it. It just expanded to a point that we couldn't sort at my house anymore. And just with the blessing of my family and the hard work of my family, we started this in August of last year. I took on an amazing business partner. She's one of my best girlfriends ever, and she is kind of the workhorse and the backbone of this business. She designed the website. Her and her husband designed the website. We just kind of collaborated on some great ideas, and our first week in August we sorted 40 boxes, and this week we sorted over 200. So within 6 months we've really grown. Well, Jan Walker Pennington is a really good friend of mine. We've been friends for a long time, played basketball together. She's a great girl, and she started her business about the same time I started mine. And when she does Healthy Hands cooking classes, we usually donate fruit to them. We always give them something. And it does kind of go together. I mean, you have to have healthy foods to cook in a healthy manner.
How has Healthy Hands Cooking grown since we last talked?
We have instructors from all over the U.S. and we even have one from overseas, which is exciting. And right now we have instructors signed up to take the course in California, Indiana, Oregon, South Carolina, North Carolina, and then overseas. So it's really exciting because it's going to grow very quickly. So really this is about combining other companies with the same wellness vision for children, combining them together, and then really mass marketing and cross-promoting and putting our heads together and creating something that is so much bigger than Healthy Hands Cooking. There are different ways for instructors to reach the kids in their own communities. The first thing we do is we offer a free cooking class at their own school. So we'll develop a relationship with the principal or somebody within an elementary school. We'll go in, we'll introduce ourselves, and we'll offer a free 1.5-hour after-school nutrition and cooking class. And that gives students the opportunity to come and see what we're all about, and parents the opportunity to get a better understanding of what we can do for their own kids.
Now that the adults have had a say, let's let the kids step in.
In this class, we get to do a lot of hands-on stuff. We get to cut vegetables and cook meats and stuff.
So that you could stay healthy and be active and stay in shape.
A summary of what you learned.
How to cook food in a way of health and self-potential.
I'm always hungry and I don't know what to eat usually. So.
I like to be able to learn how to cook, and then whenever I'm home alone, I know I can make whatever I want.
I joined to learn how to cook in healthy ways.
So why'd you get into the class?
My mom's the chef.
What are you learning through this class?
Basically how to cook on my own and make healthy substitutions.
I joined this class because I wanted to get a better understanding of cooking and the safety principles.
Children have the right idea. It is so important to get this principle of health into their heads.
I don't think I ever woke up and said I'm going to be a nutrition consultant, but when I saw what food does in the body, it changed my life. I've been in the health industry for 15 years, and I entered the health industry because I faced a a health challenge in 1997, and it was amazing. As I started becoming educated on what food does in the body, my body started responding. Whenever you demonize one nutrient, you invariably give free pass to the other, and of course America has given free pass to sugar, and that is why we are sitting with the obesity and the high mortality rate amongst young children and of course adults because of the same situation.
What are some things that mothers can do to teach their children how to eat more properly?
This is where I get very excited because I used to work at a pediatric practice for 2 years, and let me tell you, and I may get in trouble for saying this, but I think a big challenge today, or let me rephrase that, I think parents are to blame today, because parents themselves are picky and don't like the broccoli and don't like the green beans, and therefore withhold it from their children. So I think children growing up in this culture can have a tendency to be picky. I'm from South Africa, and let me tell you, when you make a whole wheat sandwich and you put on sprouts and lettuce and you put on avocado and tomato, etc., the children will eat it. Any normal child or general child will eat it. But here, when I present food to my friends' children, the one would say, I don't eat tomato, I don't eat lettuce, I don't. So I find that the children are a lot more picky today. And I think it's because they haven't been exposed to a lot of these fruits and vegetables. Educate your children. Your children are never too young to learn. The younger we can educate them, the better. I'm aware of Healthy Hands Cooking. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool, and those are the people that we need to be reaching, is the children coming up, the generation that's about to come up, because the statistics are out there. We've been told that the mortality rate is much higher in this generation coming, and the children will not live as long as what we will live. I think the key with getting children on the healthy track is educating, and that for me is a big plus point. I've seen, even in my own children, I teach health and nutrition, and I've always got to be aware of educating my children first, and it starts in small ways. It starts by educating them, saying, your brain cannot function, you cannot concentrate if you don't have the olives, the avocado, the nuts, the seeds. So I think what they are doing is obviously very, very good, and will definitely make a difference in the future generation to come.
I would love for her to come. That'd be great. Here's another one. I mean, really, it's just a matter of using it. Hi guys, welcome to class 3. So thrilled that you're here today, and we're going to talk about healthy lunches. But before we do, I just wanted, first of all, I have a little snack that Mackenzie helped prepare with me. This is in the snacking portion of your book. We did not make this the first week, but this is a whole strawberry that you can dip in any type of yogurt, like lemon or vanilla or something like that. And then we rolled it in crushed multigrain Cheerios. So it's one of those snacks you can have as an after school kind of thing, or take with you in your lunch if you pack it in like a little plastic box. So I'd love everybody to try these snacks so we can fill our bellies while we're talking about nutrition. Let me know if you like them.
Can you guys give me 3 things that you remember from your first class about kitchen safety? Remember anything? Lily?
Always wash your hands and the tools that you are using.
Absolutely. That's a great, yep, that's perfect. Kenzie?
Never use a knife or a cutting board after you mix that you just cut something else on. Like if if something with raw meat on it touches a vegetable, it could really get you sick.
That's right, absolutely. It's called cross-contamination. Remember anything else from the first class? Thermometer?
You use a thermometer, you put the stuff in the fridge.
Right, so sometimes you can use a thermometer if you're cooking meats and things like that to make sure you've cooked it to the right temperature, right? Would pizza, and breadsticks be a balanced, healthy meal.
Maybe to the founder of Little Caesars.
In a way.
To the founder of Little Caesars Pizza? Yeah, because we eat those, don't we? All right. Well, the answer is some of those foods can be healthy in moderation with other things on your plate. And my plate is about taking a variety of foods so you get all your minerals and vitamins and everything that you need in a meal without having to, have you heard of counting calories and counting fat grams and all that kind of stuff? We're not going to do that. You know why? Because if you're eating a balanced plate, you don't have to worry about that stuff because you're already eating healthy and you're eating the right amount of energy for your body and you're getting everything you need. So in your books that you have, we're going to go to class 3 because there's a picture of what my plate looks like. Called My Plate. And the concept is when you take a look at your plate, when you're eating foods, what is it showing here? If I'm looking at the fruits and vegetables section, what's the thing that stands out to you? See it? The vegetables, okay. And what else stands out to you? If you're looking at the portion of food on your plate, yeah, Lily?
Grain.
Yeah, there's absolutely grains and as part of your plate as well. And Kenzie, what do you see in this picture?
The grains and vegetables are much bigger than the fruits and proteins.
That's true.
There's a tiny amount of dairy.
That's absolutely, and there's a tiny amount of dairy here as well, right? So what I see here is that fruits and vegetables make up half our plate. So if you were to eat breakfast or lunch or dinner and you're looking at your plate and you're making it, I want you to visually think about how many fruits and vegetables you're getting in a day. Because if we're eating half of our plate of fruits and vegetables, it means we're getting a lot of the minerals that we need and vitamins that we need. Now the other section here is protein. What types of things fall under protein?
Fish.
Fish, yes,
Chicken.
that's right. Chicken is protein, yes.
Steak. Meat.
Yes, steak, meats, yep.
Hamburger.
Eggs.
Hamburger.
Eggs.
Eggs are definitely protein, so those are all good sources of protein. And then grains is another section in here. What would make up a grain in your mind?
Wheat. Bread.
Bread, yes. Yeah, perfect.
Cereal.
Rolls. Yeah, cereal is a grain, but I don't.
Chips.
Absolutely.
It depends.
Yeah, chips.
Yeah, absolutely. Rice, maybe, or if you've ever tried maybe some other grains, like we have quinoa once in a while. That's a grain. An oatmeal is a grain. Grits are a grain. Those are types of grains. All right, you guys ready to cook?
Yes.
Let's wash our hands. Let's get started. Everybody needs to wash their hands. Let's put our books away. I have the recipes here, so you guys are going to watch me, and then you're going to make your own. Okay? So make sure. I'll take your book for now. And so today we're going to make pizza roll-ups. I'm going to make it first, and then everyone's going to make theirs at the same time. Okay? So I want to show you how to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a whole wheat wrap. Right? Roly-polies, yes. And then we're going to take some Philadelphia whipped cream cheese, and we're going to spread that on the bottom. Things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead and spread a couple tablespoons of cream cheese on here. The next thing I want to do is add a little bit of pizza sauce. Yeah. Got some sauce on there, and you're just adding a little bit extra nutrition in your meal, and you don't even know it's there. So that's good for everybody, right? So I'm gonna put on some spinach. I'm gonna put on a few slices of pepperoni to add that pizza flavor here. So while we're doing this one this one's a turkey pepperoni. It's real thin. You like it? Good. Okay. Now, you can see there's a lot of stuff in here, and I have to roll this up carefully to make it all stay in. So I'm going to try to roll it gently, and I'm trying to tuck the contents in as I'm rolling, okay? To keep it all in there. And you just do the best you can. You can see here I'm kind of rolling. I'm going to put this on a plate.
Should we cook them or are they stay like that?
Well, I'm going to microwave this for 30 seconds, and the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to kind of melt the cheese to make the glue. I think that's long enough, and it's maybe 20 seconds. Your microwave might be different than mine, so it's just a little warm. Okay, I'm going to put it on this. You can see where it's kind of steaming a little bit. I'm going to cut the ends off because I'm not going to need those. Now we're going to cut them into very cool looking.
This is just like a Hot Pocket, but healthier.
It's just like a hot. Now you can eat it just the way it is. You don't have to cut it into spirals and do anything, you know, fancy like that. But I just wanted to show you what they look like when you cut them here. They're a little messy. You guys need some napkins?
They're good.
What about your spinach?
Can't taste
What do you
it.
think? Can't taste it?
My spinach thing we've made and I can't taste it.
Let me get you some napkins, guys. What you think?
I love
And
it.
anything that you can't finish, don't worry, because I have a container and you can take it home with you. Okay? What do you think? Is it good? It's good.
Mine's really good.
Awesome.
Mine's good.
I like it a lot better than the last time I had it.
That's because there's no carrots in it.
Or lettuce.
Or lettuce. That's awesome. So next class is class number 4. It's our last class. And we are going to do favorite substitutions of your favorite foods. Because you know how you can love something like fettuccine alfredo, but it's full of lots of bad stuff like butter and fat and
Like
calories and
cookies?
cream and stuff, and like cookies. But so we're gonna take some of your favorite recipes and redo them
Can we
into
make
something
cookies?
healthier. No, I don't bake.
You said your favorite food.
So I really do see us growing nationally in the next year or two. My goal is to have 2,500 instructors by the end of 2014. And those instructors will be self-sufficient and be able to deliver this course material to just kids in their own communities. After that, I really do see this as an international type program. Currently, I'm partnering with some other companies that are going to take this program past the United States, past Canada, and even beyond that. If you think about the numbers, that is the thing that is really exciting about this. If we had 100 instructors, let's say, and each of those 100 instructors only taught 10 kids a month, that's already 1,000 kids that we're reaching. 1,000 kids who have families, parents, brothers, sisters. We're empowering these kids with information that they can pass on not only to their own families but to generations to come. So if we have 100 instructors, that's 1,000 kids a month that are learning this program. If we have 2,500 instructors, that's well over 40,000 kids in a year that are going to be trained in this information. I just think that I've come across some really great opportunities lately that just are unbelievable for the growth of Healthy Hands Cooking. And that comes from really good partnerships with companies that have a bigger vision than what I could possibly have. So I just wanted to say that I'm really excited about some of these partnerships that are forming, and I think that it's going to be good for everyone in general. I think the company is going to grow because of it, and I'm just very thankful that there are other companies and other people with the same vision as Healthy Hands Cooking. Games and activities specific around nutrition. And then the rest of the class, the rest of the 90 minutes is actually on hands-on cooking, so that each child has their own interactive workspace.
I'm so sorry. I was trying not to sneeze also.
That's funny. You'll edit that out, right? That was fine. Yeah, not me.
I was trying so hard not to make her laugh. Or
I know, and you're like...
I entered the health industry because I myself was challenged with, sorry, but I'll just carry on talking.
Really any type of environment that is conducive to having a sink and being able to, sorry, cut.
That's okay.
Before we get started, does that boat have a person on it?
I sure hope so.
Doesn't even look like it.
Look at me.
Hold on a second, I got my phone. Let me turn it off. Okay.
And that's it. Then you're done. And then you can dance and jump around. And you get a trophy.
Really?
Psychological trophy.
I can't think of.
Put on the spot. Spotlight. I'm not kidding. We ask kids questions in school. We ask them what their name is and they draw blank. We ask them how to spell it. They spell Sarah instead of Timmy. So, I mean, I understand, but like, what's one of your favorite things that you like about this class that you've learned? What's one of your favorite things?